fucking pain. Never. Why does it go so quick?
Too quick.
Fucking like a man, what just fucking happened there? And welcome. Watching that goat, and I'm like, the first time I saw that, I thought it's shit when it was walking.
No,
I thought that. No, I know, Esther. And I seen it there, and I was like, no, it's not shit.
just passing wind.
It just walks and farts. That's what it is. Welcome, folks, to another edition of show, Gets My Goat. This is the show that talks about things that get on people's goat, namely the comedians in the room. I always get that bit wrong. So, we are going to introduce our acts tonight. In fact, I'll let you do it yourself. Who's above me?
Me. Yeah. Hello, you all right?
Who are you and where are you?
Esther Manito, and I'm in East London.
Right. Whereabouts in East London, Esther?
I'm out pretty much nearly Essex. I'm that east.
Oh, we're in Essex.
Well, I guess the nearest bit. So I'm out Woodford way. And then look.
Oh my God! I grew up like 10 minutes down the road in Clayton.
Okay, guys, let's break up this fucking update.
Sorry, Essex. I should be more suntanned.
Yeah. No. Who are you and where are you?
This isn't face paint. This is just my foundation that I am.
So that's ripped a bit of skin off. She's a lizard underneath, isn't you, Esther?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Royal family, you know.
just trying to do a bit of contouring. Just want some shit back.
Eddie, would you like to tell us your full name and where you're at?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm Eddie Brimson, and I'm in Halifax, West Yorkshire. So I'm surrounded by lockdown, but my little bit is all right, so I can go out. So yeah, it's all right.
You seem in good spirits tonight, Ed. I like it.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy today. I've got my Jack Daniels and Coke. That's why.
Good man. I said that there as if you don't always seem in good spirits. If you're a miserable shit.
Well, you know me well, Ronnie.
And who else do we have in the room in the top right?
Hello, I'm Gareth Berliner. Hello. I'm trying to look at you all. And I'm in Birmingham, but not from there, obviously. Right.
Okay. So, as I said, guys, before, I've already had some of these comments coming in. Where's D? D's off for the evening. We're letting you off the hook with that. We're doing you a favour by not having D on here. Let's just say that.
But you always get it, Ronnie.
Yeah, exactly. I always get shit. It's because she fancies me. So, pretty much how we run the show is this, guys. You guys can text in here. I can see you're texting in. Tell me where you're from. You can tell me stuff that gets on your goat. Myself and the guys will have a wee chat about it, maybe. Or if it goes along, if you even agree with some of the things that these guys get on these guys' goats, let us know. There is also a click. You can click on to donate to the show. I think I'm going to put it right out there and say that we could be doing with some cash, guys, during this. I don't know what tier you're in. We could all be in different tiers.
2.
I have no fucking tier.
2. We're all 2s.
Scotland.
Scotland. You're in Scotland. You're fucked. You've had it, mate. You're 2-3, and all of you.
Yeah, we don't even have fucking background music in pub. We don't even have pubs.
You have background music?
Nothing. No background music.
So you're not even allowed to play music?
Not a job.
How does background music contribute to the virus spreading?
Yeah. I would love you to tell me that, because I do a bit of DJing and it's killing me. You know what I mean? And it's when you're sitting
there is something there's something quite crushing about stopping music. That I feel that's always the sign of like a real regime change, isn't it? You're not going to have music.
It's awkwardness.
Taliban, isn't it? It's the Tory Taliban. what it is.
The thing is, but you don't notice it right until when you can't even have something to eat. Licensed premises are shut, but see, when you were having some food, you never realised how much, if you're sitting with company, how much you kind of depend on a bit of music to break the silence. Or you feel as if, remember that scene in Breaking Bad where they're at the table and it's just fucking awkward? That's what it feels like.
Yeah. I did it the other day where they were eating, and it was just like, because there was no music, it was really loud. Like, you could just hear the chomping and the knives and forks, and I was like, isn't it? God, no. People who eat like sharks should be chopped up like sharks. Anyway, let's move on with that. That's one of my goats. So you can please click on the page there. We have these. We have the Joke Pit, Comedy Joke Pit. Click on the page. Throw in a small donation on a dreary Thursday afternoon. I'm in Glasgow, of course. As we say, people keep asking. We have no D Maxwell. Hi, Annette. We'll give you a wee shout out there. So, moving swiftly on with the show, we're going to go on with our first. Let me see, guys. Let me choose. Oh. Right, let's go with you, Esther. Parents' WhatsApp groups. Oh, I can't handle them anymore.
Okay.
If you've got children and you're in a parents' WhatsApp group, it's probably the most stressful thing ever. When you feel like you've got a bit of hold on your life, especially in the current climate, and you're like, no, it's fine. I know it's going to be fine. And then all of a sudden, a million parents start freaking out on a parents' WhatsApp group that you've had to be part of because of school, and you just suddenly find yourself doubting everything and feeling like the worst parent ever. And it makes you spiral into pure anxiety. I think WhatsApp groups are pretty stressful at the moment for everyone. And I mean, I say parents WhatsApp group, that's probably the last one I was in, but I think like family WhatsApp group, comedians WhatsApp group, any WhatsApp group where people get to discuss things en masse and get to share their anxiety is quite stressful.
I think that these things are, the saying, comparison is the thief of joy. I cannot help but compare myself to people in these things, and I always think they've fucking got this figured out. So I would imagine, I'm not a parent, but I would imagine you would see them like, oh my God, Timothy's at 7, I've got, and you'd be like, holy shit, these fucking guys have got it sorted.
Yeah. And they're just like, well, surely if you're in this area, then this is what you should be doing with your children to make sure that everyone's safe from corona. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm the worst. I might as well shoot my children now because I'm clearly fucking worse. And they're like, who wouldn't take their kids out of school and just isolate with your children, homeschool forever? And I'm just like, it's just making me riddled with self-doubt, which I don't want to be. But then everyone's in that situation at the moment. No one really knows what the fuck they're doing. We're all guesswork at the moment. Not even those in charge know what they're doing. But it does make you slightly stressed out. So I would put them in Up the Goat's Arse or whatever it is we're doing.
Up the Goat's Castle.
Up the Goat's Castle.
We had a castle going on. That's right.
Yeah. Just changed into a different kind of show.
I want to go to the Goat's Castle. That's fucking brilliant.
He said Goat's Arse. I was just like,
put it in room 101, shove it up the Goat's Arse.
Yeah.
No, I want to shove it.
We are now officially in a fans only, or what is it they call the pages?
Only fans.
Only fans.
I don't know, is anyone going to pay to watch me shove stuff up a goat's arse? Maybe.
Fucking take it.
Yeah. What's the fee? How long have I got to do?
What with the other two gentlemen?
Give you a light on 10.
Have you? Do you have any aversion to WhatsApp groups? Maybe be parents. Any of you two guys? Do you have any?
I'm not a parent, mate, so I got away with that one. I never wanted to have kids. I fucking hate them. Get on my tits. I like other people's kids, and I've got God kids. But the beauty of it is, they come to me. I fill them full of sweets, so shake them up and down. Don't watch them go mad, then give them back. Bosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've got to be in some WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, any
WhatsApp group? I don't really do WhatsApp. I've got about 5 people on my WhatsApp, and because I'm old school. I ring people up.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm in one WhatsApp group, and it's called, and it's not my choice to make the title. It's called Bants, and it is a bunch of lads that I used to know years ago But I'm not a big fan of football. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm a bloke who's not into it. That's just me. I never liked it. In fact, I'm upset Dad didn't teach me about it. And so that's why I fucking hate it. And this group, every now and then, it's fucking banter about football. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No interest. Fuck off.
No, mine's is for the constant beep, 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 beep. There's 30 people in a group that just keep beep, beep, beep. Oh, just fuck off.
Messenger groups. There's a messenger group going on tonight, which I've got no interest in whatsoever, and it's just constantly going bing, bing, bing. And
people don't phone people anymore; they just leave voice notes. So then you got to listen to the voice notes. Like, just call me.
Just call people, speak to people, especially now more than ever. Speak to people. A voice note is worse than a text because that's sort of saying, I really can't be fucking bothered to hear your voice.
Do you know what? I'm so tempted to send you a voice note after this, telling you what a pleasure it was to see it.
Okay, me and my kids have a WhatsApp group and we're called The Fuckers. Okay, meet the fuckers. Fair enough. At least they're owning it. So to move on now, so that's WhatsApp groups done. Eddie, we'll go to one of yours now, right? Smart Boss is on Facebook when you ask a serious question.
I've been after some advice this week, and all you get, it was something to do with my internet's fucked, right? And so I'm having problems with some emails are coming through and some not. So I've just put up, is anyone else having problems with their Hotmail or Outlook account? And the fucking shit you get, oh, your Hotmail, oh, you're still writing in chalk. Go fuck yourself. Just give me a decent answer. If you want to write in chalk, I'll come up to your house, fucking knock you out and draw a fucking rhyme around your dead body. Just give me the fucking answer I want. It does my nothing.
I mean, this is like just putting this out there. But if you thought maybe don't post your problems on Facebook.
Or use Google.
Yeah,
take no phone. I use Google.
Why don't you just go to YouTube?
I went to YouTube and it's got no answer for it. Some of my emails are going
do you know what? Next time I see you post something on Facebook, I'm just going to punch in. Oh, you okay, hun?
What I've done this week, and all I've got is wanky answers from people. It's just does my nothing.
Am I right in saying, I called it my nieces though? Facebook, is that not a kind of dated thing now? Is it not getting dated? Or are we just old? Are we just old and we still use Facebook? Is things moving on?
Well, what do they use now then?
I think they use like.
What do they use now?
What do they use?
now?
Yeah.
What do they use?
I definitely pointed out who was the eldest.
You know what, Eddie? I just opened the door there and you just walked in.
I don't do Instagram because all that is people going and pictures of some fucking arsehole's breakfast that I really couldn't give a shit about. So I don't do Instagram. That's it.
People don't really post problems on Instagram. Mind you, I've got a feeling that if we went round to your house, Eddie, you'd just be there with one of those wind-up phones.
Yeah.
Get me Halifax.
It was like fucking just for a second, right? And I'm not putting you in the same box, right? But just for a second, you put one foot in the Alf Garnett box. What do I use now then?
Do you know what I mean? I've just brought something up, and what am I getting? Smart ass fucking answers.
Because Eddie, it was a stupid thing to say.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. It's a good point. Well made.
But if you're going to sit there going, I'll put the question out on Facebook. I typed into Facebook like it was a search engine. What's going on with Hotmail?
Google has no personality. It can't be a smart ass.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't answer my question.
Eddie, right. I don't know if you've heard this, but this is a great bit of advice, right? People are cunts, right? And you know they are. Because if you see a group of people and you shout, oh, cunts, oh, cunt, they will all turn around and look. Oh, they are all cunts. So when you go to Facebook, always remember that. So when
I'll do my best. No more problems. So okay, fair enough. I won't put my other problems I've got up there then.
But then again, that goes against the current guidelines of tell everybody when you're feeling sad. Come on to Facebook, tell us how you feel. Reach out.
I don't care whether you're sad or not. That's not the place for it. I don't care where you don't put it up on there. Everybody lives a life on Facebook like, oh, isn't everything great? Isn't everything great? That's wank as well. Life isn't always great. Just fucking get on with it. Yes. And if anyone knows how to sort out my Hotmail account, just put it in there.
What's wrong with your Hotmail?
Some emails are coming and some emails are not arriving.
Right. Okay. Let's solve that later.
What?
While we're here, right? Somebody wrote in here, dentists and vets are shocking, right? Which is, I'm going to move swiftly on to the next one. And it's yourself, Gareth, right? And you wrote cockapoos, other mixed breed dogs.
Yeah, can't do them. It's Frankenstein in action. Why would you do that? First of all, right, a pedigree is already a dangerous animal because they fuck amongst themselves and they have these weird conditions they get because they fuck amongst themselves, right? Then you're going to take two animals that fuck amongst themselves and bang them together. Now you've got four animals that fuck amongst themselves, right? This is dangerous. This is that's not a good move to make. But this is Frankenstein. Like, it's mad. I don't understand why people don't go for mongrels. It's Frankenstein.
But we do that.
You don't go, fuck it. I like a monkey, but you know what? That monkey could do with being half a rhino. Let's see what that's like.
No, there is a porn site I would visit.
That's a rhinekey. You can be in the tree and get the horn. There you go.
Yeah, a portmanteau.
Humans do that, don't they? We put people together with people they really shouldn't be together with, and look at some of the fucking ones we pop out. Jesus Christ. Yeah,
the thing is there as well, I don't know if you've seen it, Eddie, somebody come on there and basically just said, get a new Hotmail account.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I read that. Yeah.
For my tuppence in this thing, Gareth, I think you've got a point, because if you have, when we were young in the schemes, we were filthy scum, right? And they used to, like dogs, we'd have a big Alsatian would get a hold of like a Jack Russell and they would stick together after. You never see when dogs hump, they stick to each other afterward, right? The thing about breeding other dogs is, imagine if you're just for talking's sake, you're a Jack Russell and your owner takes you to a house and puts you in a room with an Alsatian. You know what I mean? And then you basically don't have you don't have the wherewithal to say, no, I don't think so. No, thank you.
Not for me.
Yeah, because we're going to make a Al Russell. You know, so
Al Russell, you can catch him on Channel 4.
So in that sense, what do you think of that, Esther?
I have no opinion.
Do you have a
about dogs?
No.
So just, if they're all right. I don't like it when people breed dogs or any animal, and then they've got some kind of like defect that means that it's like the dogs can't breathe and stuff like that.
You're on the same page.
We had a dog, right? When I was a kid, we had a dog called Meg, and she was a right slag. She had 4 litters. So all in all, we had 31 pups over a period of time because my dad was too tight to get her sorted out. And God, they come out looking all sorts. She must have probably put it about.
Hang on.
Story, Eddie. That's really good.
Story.
You should tell that to your godchildren, like just a nighttime little story.
Eddie, 31 pups, yeah.
Can I ask a question, Eddie? Have you ever thought about being a motivational speaker?
It's funny.
We used to have a dog who was a right slag.
She did. She loved it. We had dog piss all over the house when we were kids. It was horrible. My dad used to have this catapult, and he used to sit at the bedroom window trying to get the dogs as they come in. Horrible, man. Anyway, move on.
Moving on to that, Esther. Throat fry, or is what's known as a vocal fry. You hear it in the only way is Essex a lot. That when they talk like that.
Vocal fry. That really does my head in. Talk like that drives me mad.
Yeah.
I hate the vocal fry. I think it comes from like American style of speaking, but for some reason a lot of millennials seem to be doing it now, and I can't bear the fact that I'm having conversations with people where it takes them at least 4 hours to say a sentence because
and when they say the sentence, Esther, do they say the word like in the sentence 5 times?
Well, there are no words. It's just fry and like.
Like,
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
It just sounds old.
Huh?
It just sounds old. It's like grandma.
yeah.
Gareth.
That's what I mean. It sounds like grandma. I expect you to lick a tissue and rub it on my face now.
Like the thing with dogs. Oh my god.
Right, I've been at university a couple of times up here, and I don't think the most times I heard that was from my friends who were English. I don't think it really works in a Scottish accent. Like I don't know if it works.
It's a southern. It's got to be a southern thing, isn't it, Esther?
Yeah.
You don't get.
It's kind of like the major
yeah.
That's
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
It seems lazy. It's lazy because they can relax. They're so relaxed.
Really hard, being really rich, and just like I've got like, you know, like 18 houses, and that's like, oh, how many houses?
We don't have to worry about where we're getting money to pay our bills, so we can just take our time talking, because the rest of us commoners are a bit like fucking hell, shit. What's next?
We just want to get a point out. No one's going to listen to us. That's why. But just say it. We're just going to fucking say it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I'm just thinking that, like, imagine like, I'm trying to tell off my kids, and I'm just like, guys, could you? They'd just be like, gone. They're out the door.
Before you get the 3 syllables out, they just leave you. So, Eddie.
Yes, mate.
When you said earlier on, again, I'm going to tie this in with your Hotmail thing. When you said earlier on about the Hotmail.
Oh, yeah, I was going to look that up.
One of your GOAT things is ads targeted at over 50s. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yeah, well, do you know what, right? As a man in his mid to late 50s. What's that?
He's 175. He's sat in his house trying to sort out his Hotmail by talking into his remote control.
As a man who's not married but still can't get a fucking word in edgeways, right? As a man.
Oh,
I miss women so much. As a man in his mid to late 50s, the stuff that is targeted me for advertising, such as funeral arrangements, cruises down the Rhine, Viagra, it's like there's more to life at 50 than those things, though they're all important.
On a cruise before you crash into your own.
They're all relevant, but I'm not dead yet. I'm not fucking dead yet. You know
is that what you're getting at 50? I'm literally 2 years off that, mate.
Oh, mate, it's just constant. And it's cheap deals at this, cheap deals at that. Get a free fucking pen if you sign
life
up.
Insurance.
If you sign up to die, get a free pen. Release money that people don't fucking care about.
He's right. I know what he's talking about.
Wait a minute.
Sign up to free Viagra and get a free pen.
Exactly, yeah. Put lead in your pencil.
Right, she's written, what is it? Sun Life sending you life insurance mail. You get that?
I get the fucking lot. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I don't need insurance. I haven't got any kids. I don't need insurance. I'd rather spend it on going out and getting shit-faced the second this is all over. So I know what I want to do with my money, and I don't need any of the things that you're selling me.
Esther, how do you feel about these ads being over 50?
Oh my god. I'm nowhere near as old as Eddie.
Yes.
So I have no idea. All my adverts are like, oh, this advert's aimed at you because you're so young. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't know.
Yes.
I've got no opinion on those, but I don't know. I'm thinking what adverts I get targeted with.
Let's get targeted
Where
with.
do you get these adverts? I don't even see where I'm getting targeted with these adverts.
This is my point.
Have you seen what Rosemary's put here? Don't get one of them blue pills stuck in your throat.
Yeah, yeah.
Stiff neck.
That
In your throat or in your throat?
Throat.
Right.
You get a stiff neck.
Well, that would explain why they're not working, Rosemary, if you're putting them in your throat.
No, your throat. Going back.
In your throat.
She's like,
It's
I've got
done.
a jar of 60 up there. It's done fuck all.
I've got a straight.
He's as limp as fuck, but my fanny's fucking properly fucking having it.
Guys, I'm going to put it out there, Eddie, right? But see the adverts you get targeted at you. I think I might be wrong, but I find that those adverts are not targeted. They are actually taken from things you've been looking up.
Yeah. So you've been looking up, why can't I get hard? Where I want to be on. I want to be on water erect, and that's what's been coming through.
And I'm not insured in case I die because
if I fall over the edge, I want someone to fucking bury me. Brilliant.
No, the fact you've got Sun Life because you want to be insured in case you die. Well, if you die while you're having sex, it means you come and go at the same time. So you just want to make sure you're insured for that. So on that note, toxic men, Gareth.
Yeah, I've had my fill of them this weekend. Like somebody transgressed and parked in my space. And by the way, I'm talking straight into the camera now because I'm trying to learn to engage with people. Somebody parked in my space, right, and blocked my car in, and he was a toxic male. And I only know that because the idiot who parked and blocked me in had his Instagram logo vinyl stickered onto his BMW. Vinyl stickered. So not only did he block me, but he was such a twat, he didn't think about the fact that I might go on my phone and find his Instagram account.
Guys, I need to stop.
What?
Guys, can you see the vein in Gareth's fucking head?
Oh, mate,
Look,
that is in the brain.
that is my Hulk vein. Look at that. I'm fuming. So this guy's got his Instagram logo like on the car. So I look him up. And he's built like a brick shithouse. Like he is seriously pumping some weight. He's got, like he looks a business. So one of his things says only the fit survive. Well, I'm disabled. I identify as disabled, right? So I get some lipstick out and I write on his car. And on the front of the windscreen, I write, I blocked someone disabled in. And on his side, I write my telephone number and my apartment number. And I don't know why. I was angry. And he is built like a brick shit house, but I still went home fuming. And he then phones me a bit later in the day going, mate, you shouldn't have painted on my car. And I said, is this the dude? Do you want to come? You come to my apartment. I'll give you some stuff to clean the car. But the reason he's pumped like that and the reason he drives his special souped up BMW is he's actually an insecure bloke. So when the push came to shove, he could have checked my Instagram because I posted on his. He didn't come to my apartment. He cleaned his car window. He moved it out of my space. He parked in someone else's. He put a note on the windscreen that gave his phone number. So I kind of fixed it for everybody. But he's a toxic bloke. And I'm falling out recently with too many toxic blokes who don't care about people. They only care about themselves.
Can I ask a question?
I'm very angry.
Where did you get the lipstick?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where did that lipstick come from?
I think that's something we was all wondering there, Ronnie.
Where did the lipstick come from, Gareth?
Oh, my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a good. I mean, they got a really good shade.
She must have been livid. I would be absolutely vexed.
She
If
was
some stumpy little thing was like just written all over someone's car. I'd be like, you don't fucking lipstick,
Mate, she yeah, she doesn't like this bloke either. She was.
I didn't know him.
No, she was just fuming, same as me.
Oh, she's supportive. I wouldn't be if that was my lipstick.
No.
As you can tell.
Parking, mate. Parking. I should have put this on my list. Parking does my nutting. I used to live in Brighton and I used to get so wound up by parking. When on the way out of my flat, I used to look in the mirror and think, if anyone's parked in my fucking space, I'm going to key their car. I'll key their fucking car. I didn't even have my own car. I used to get that angry.
Hang on, guys. I think I'm going to throw this out there. I am going to say it's Eddie's eyebrows she was talking about.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, it's not
It's Esther's eyebrows. They're beautiful. You've got great eyebrows.
Oh,
No, it must be.
no, Gareth's. It's got to be Gareth's. Definitely.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Alf.
Thank you,
All
Catherine.
I've got is brows. I've got muscles, but no, look, what? It's just muscle.
I've got
Your brow's going down there, Gareth. That's where your brow's going.
Not guaranteed. Jesus Christ.
That's an angry man. I wouldn't mess with you.
the man's angry.
That's why they cast me to play arseholes.
Esther, of this collective tonight, I think, I don't know, but I would like to hear your take on toxic men.
Yeah, well, what's a toxic man? Just a bloke who's...
What makes them toxic?
Yeah, Gareth, what makes them toxic?
Just they're full of maleness. They're so full of maleness they can't. Oh, like that. It's just like that. They're just They look. They're
that looks like
there.
Right there, Eddie.
What?
That looked like an Athena poster there. Just
You should have had a baby under your arm.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. Nothing there.
Probably not. Yeah, I guess like
That's a cool Audrey.
I don't find them particularly threatening or anything. I do find it all kind of a bit silly. I don't really kind of get caught up in it. You know, when a bloke's all kind of like ego and you're just like, okay, bye. So I've never, it's not something that bothers me really. You just ignore it. Like you say, it's not, but then I'm not going to be started on by one, I don't think. You're more likely to have someone maybe.
I read a thing that explained what gaslighting was, right? See, because I have problems sometimes because I'm getting old as well. And there was this thing that somebody had posted, and it explained what gaslighting was. And I swear, I was like, I thought to myself, holy shit, man, I've been doing that my whole fucking life.
I still don't get what gaslighting is. It seems to be used for so many different things.
It's basically
When you just put your wife's handbag in the fridge and tell her she's going mad, just so that you can control her. You're welcome.
That was succinct. That was beautiful. That was fucking dictionary.
Well, that though, Gareth, see if that was what I saw the other day, I'd be like, you know what? That's coercive control, they call it. Yeah, I get that control. I get that. That's fucking out of order. This thing I saw the other day was just like a list of things that you argue with your missus about. And I was like, does that make me, am I a gaslighter? I don't know.
What was in the list?
Oh, there was things like if you say you're going to phone them and you don't phone them, or if you say, okay, I'm fucking sorry, I was busy. I was like, shit, man, I've done these things. And then I'm thinking to myself, am I a toxic man?
If you say you're going to phone someone and you don't phone them.
Yeah, because it slips your mind, or if you don't answer a message on time, or there was a list of these things like. Because I think we throw
it goes both ways, doesn't it? That happens.
Well, I know it works for me. I don't get phoned back a lot by females.
Eddie messages me all the time, and I do not respond.
Fucking
principle.
All I want is a free pen
from him asking me how to use Hotmail and pictures of his
work. Am I emailing you? I thought I was emailing someone else. Fuck it. That's where it's going.
I'm selling all you any Sun Life insurance. Yeah.
So we move from gaslighting on listening toxic males to echo chambers. Esther, what's going on?
That'll be that then.
Is that Jim? Is Jim in the background just putting his mic?
Got the fucking him out there, hasn't he?
Oh, is that him doing that?
Yeah, I think it was his microphone. It sounded like he was trotting off to the toilet.
Oh my god,
it's a hot one,
hasn't he? And he's gone for a bit. Well, where's that here?
Please,
how hilarious
would that be? That would be an echo chamber.
Echo chambers. So on social, well, have you
definitely not me?
Jim, gone for a shit. I think echo. I don't know if you've listened to a podcast called Down the Rabbit Hole, but it's really good, and it just explains about how when you type one thing in the internet, it then leads you to another thing, and you just spiral down. So you're suddenly surrounded by everything that just feeds your idea of the world. So you don't actually hear any balanced argument. And so, like, at the time, like, we've been through it with Brexit, we've been through it with coronavirus, everything. You're surrounded with only your viewpoint. So you start to become more and more obsessed with the fact that there's no other point of view out there. And we just then end up with loads of people going, you're either this or you're this, and there's no grey area. And it does my head in, the fact we're never allowed to have any grey area. We're not allowed to go, I agree with these kind of bits and I agree with these kind of bits, but maybe this and I'm not sure about that. No, you're either or and it just drives me mad. And it really
people can't get their head round if someone actually disagrees with them, because everyone they ever talk to has got exactly the same opinion, and then someone goes, well, actually I think this, and you're the fucking devil. You're the devil. It's really dangerous, really fucking dangerous.
That's the thing about the cancel culture and that. I think it's swung that fucking far that way. That people, I like to think I'm kind of middle of the road guy. By the way, I used to think middle of the road lean to the left, but then I watch what that's like now, and I don't know. I think I don't want to be like that, but I don't want to be like fucking this. But then, if you look up one thing on the internet, you don't really get a balanced argument. You know what I mean? You just get this. Then they fucking throw things at you, and I think what happens is people, as they get too lazy to go and investigate stuff, so they just take the shit that's getting thrown at them.
But do you know what? There is one way to break that cycle, which I do deliberately, which is to follow and like some shit you do not like and you do not approve of, and it keeps you balanced, because you'll suddenly get, you know, a little bit of documentary from the right wing that's not your bag, but at least you watch it, understand where they're at, have a more balanced argument back. So you have to follow some other stuff.
But then there's loads of us out there who aren't left wing. I mean, I consider myself left wing, but there's a lot that I consider myself left wing. Like, I believe that we should have a national health service. I believe that everyone should have the right to education. You know, I do believe that we should have, you know, a system that people with disabilities or the elderly are looked after. But it doesn't mean that I agree with everything that's now left wing. But you're never allowed that kind of leniency. It's like, well, no, if you don't agree with me, then you're clearly just a fascist bastard. And you're like, no, hang on, what?
Any of you guys, I'm going to admit to this, right? Do any of you guys ever typed something, if you're going to write it on Facebook or something, you have a fucking, you're like, no, that's bullshit, but you don't put it in, like Twitter? How many things have you went, no, you know what, I'm not going to do that because it will cause me a bit of grief and it's fucking bullshit, and it, you know, that way? So rather than take it on, you go, you know what, let them be. But I think that's saying, because we've let people go and let them be, it's gave them permission just to keep going. I just hate men who think they know it all. Oh, Mr.
I think that's Rosemary having a direct dig at all three of you, and I agree with her. Yes.
Sorry, Rosemary.
The thing is, one of us disagreed. So yeah. So from now on, I'm going to
mansplaining, Rosemary. That's what she's getting annoyed with. Mansplaining, which is really stressful. It is really stressful. Mansplaining. And
well, look, let me tell you why it's stressful.
Okay, just a bit to see. You hang on a second, I'll let you. Gareth, tell her.
If you just take a moment, Esther, actually, to think about it.
Gareth, I'll come round your house and I'll graffiti you with a stick of lipstick, right?
Listen, given the way you've done your cheek, I would accept that.
As we were speaking to you, we were actually manspreading as well. We're just sat here with our legs open chatting.
Yeah. So let me tell you about what's going on. Now, I had a guy come around just to do that. We had like a builder come in, and the way he spoke to me was if I'd literally just arrived on this earth. He was just like, so what I can do is I can remove your skirting board. That's like the little bit of wood that goes around there. Sweetheart. And I was just like,
half an hour just to tell you it's going to change something. Fuck off. Guys, we're starting to wind down, right? But I think we could quickly. No, we need to remind people. Sorry about this. We need to remind you guys that you can send into the links and you can send a donation into us because we need it. Because we are. I mean, we're in the creative arts business, and we need to all become electricians.
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, I think that's if anyone's interested.
Yeah. Or we can go into that's a lot of bulb. Just
I can come around your house and go, so
Ed, if you go to the chat section, I've asked your question about the Hotmail. So if you just click on the link I've put in the chat section for you.
I don't know. I saw that and I thought to myself, what's going on there? Right, so we're going to wind up, guys, but I'm going to ask you what you up to. Is there anything you want to plug? What you're doing yourselves? If you want to tell the guys. Now, Eddie, you want to go first?
Yeah, all right. If you go, I've got a YouTube channel, and it's funny you should have said about me being a motivational speaker because I've put some. I've got a spoof character who's a life coach.
Very
and
good.
There's some videos up on there if you want to see them. So and then I'll have an audio book out within about 3 weeks. So
good, man. Gareth, you have anything?
I just started a production company with my wife. It's called alittle.commitment.com. Should be a website up later this week. But if you get a chance, we made a kids TV series on YouTube. Esther, check it out, called Pirate and Parrot TV. And if you go to YouTube, you'll find me and my wife dressed up as the world's largest parrot and the world's smallest pirate. Why not?
Esther.
Check that. On the 29th on Joke Pit with Hotspot Comedy, I'm doing a special Halloween version of Pictionary with comedians. It's going to be incredible and with some real prizes to give away. What? Shut up.
Right.
Oh my God.
The Pictionary thing, just to kind of ask, just for my. So you guys in the same kind of room and just basically just the whole Pictionary concept, which is like.
No, we have Eddie's done it. We have guests, and then we divide up into 2 teams, and us or our guests draw, and the audience have to guess what it is we're drawing. But we're going to be adding in new rounds.
Brilliant. That's excellent. That sounds fantastic.
And what are you up to, Ronnie?
I am tonight. I'm on Sunny Govan FM in Glasgow, and a week on Monday I'm starting. We're doing the drive. I'm starting my own drive time show on radio, which means I want to do it 1 or 2 nights a week. Then we're going to build up to try and do it 5, which means, by the way, that I'll be on Zoom and I'll be able to phone you guys up and you'll be on air and we're going to take it to as close to the line as we can get. Right? Do you know what I mean? So without swearing, as close to the line as we can get. Switchboard
if you phone Eddie, make sure that you switchboard first.
Yeah.
Pigeon will do.
Instead of tapping out on his Morse code. Never replies to anything now.
I'm also on with my comedy wife on Sunday night with the lovely Dee Maxwell. So yeah.
Cool.
So that was Rosemary there said you're all great, by the way.
Thank you,
thank you, Rosemary.
But Rosemary also said manipulating men, so she's probably right now just angry. Some men do not manipulate. So thank you very much, everybody. Remember, we have the links in at the right to me here. Click in, send a wee donation. Eddie can get a new laptop and open a new Hotmail account.
We all need to chip in for Eddie to get some kind of.
Well, so on that note, hopefully Big Jim's come back from his shit and he's going to take us off. So thanks. It's my go. I'll see you again next Thursday at 8 o'clock.
See you next Thursday. How is this going to be?
Yeah.